What if this season changes everything at Heartland Ranch? The trailer for Season 18 hints at powerful emotions, deep family bonds, and moments that could redefine the future of the Bartlett Fleming family. Viewers are left wondering who will rise to face the challenges ahead, and who may stumble when the weight of the past and present collide. The trailer opens with the wide and breathtaking view of the Heartland Ranch. The golden light of morning spreads over the fields, and in that moment, the ranch feels both timeless and fragile. Horses run across the open land, their energy echoing the spirit of freedom that has always defined Heartland. Then the camera shifts, and we see Amy standing with quiet strength. She looks at the horses with the same calm focus we have seen for years, but there is also a sense of change in her eyes. This season is not only about training horses, it is about Amy facing her own growth and the weight of her choices. The trailer shows her leading a young horse, guiding it with patience. And in that scene lies a reflection of her own journey as a mother and a woman rebuilding her life. The next moment takes us into the family home. Around the dinner table, familiar faces gather, but the air is not without tension. Lou's voice carries concern about the future. Jack looks at his family with his steady but tired gaze, and Tim's presence brings both comfort and conflict. Each of them has something unsaid. The trailer makes us feel that these silences will play a big role in Season 18. Heartland has always been about love, but it has also been about the trials that test love, and this season looks ready to bring those trials back in full force. We catch a glimpse of Jack in the barn, his hands resting on the wood, as if holding onto memories of the past. His age and wisdom show in every line of his face, and the trailer reminds us that his role as the heart of the family may be challenged by time itself. The sound of a horse neighing cuts through, almost as if the ranch itself is calling him to stay strong. In another flash, Lou is seen at her desk, papers scattered, her face a mix of determination and doubt. Her journey continues to walk the thin line between leadership and personal sacrifice. And this season promises to test how much she can carry before breaking. What stands out most in the trailer is how every scene carries both beauty and uncertainty. The laughter of children playing outside quickly cuts into a shot of Amy looking worried. A warm family embrace is followed by a quiet moment of someone alone in the field. These contrasts build a sense of suspense, reminding fans that Heartland is not only about peace, but also about the storms that shape that peace. Season 18 promises to hold both joy and heartbreak, leaving fans eager to find out which will win in the end. Every second of the Season 18 trailer whispers something about the people we have come to love, and yet it does not shout. It leaves clues. Amy Fleming stands at the center, not because she seeks attention, but because her story is once again the heartbeat of Heartland. The trailer shows her leading a young horse through open land. Her face holds calm, but beneath that calm is something unspoken. She has grown stronger, but strength always comes at a cost. This season looks ready to test not only her skills with horses, but her ability to carry both motherhood and the unshakable legacy of the ranch. When she bends down to speak gently to the horse, it feels as though she is also speaking to herself, urging courage in the face of uncertainty. Jack, Bartlett, the soul of Heartland, appears in moments that strike deeply. He stands in the barn, his posture slightly more weary, yet his spirit unbroken. His eyes tell a story of holding the family together, even when age whispers that he cannot fight forever. The trailer does not show him in loud conflict, but it does not need to. His silence is enough to raise questions. Will Jack continue to guide with wisdom, or will he face challenges that even his steady hands cannot mend? Fans have always looked at Jack as the anchor, but anchors, too, can sink under the weight of time. Then comes Lou Fleming, her energy burning with determination. She sits surrounded by papers, her voice caught between family and duty. The trailer gives only a glimpse, but it is enough to remind us of her struggle. Lou has always walked the line between leading and living, and now that line grows thinner. The flicker of doubt in her eyes shows a woman questioning how much more she can give without losing herself. Her story this season may not be about choosing between ranch and career, but about learning if she can have both without breaking. Tim Fleming appears next, his presence carrying both warmth and trouble. He is seen working with horses, his movements confident, yet the trailer cuts quickly to a moment where his expression hardens. That shift is not by chance. Tim has always wrestled with his past and his place in the family, and this season seems ready to pull him back into those battles. Will he rise as a man who finally finds peace, or will old wounds reopen when the pressure grows too heavy? Story has never been simple, and Season 18 does not look ready to make it easier. What makes this trailer powerful is the way it threads each character's journey together. Without telling us everything, Amy's strength, Jack's wisdom, Lou's conflict, and Tim's unrest all swirl together like storm clouds above the ranch. And yet the sun still shines in fleeting moments, the laughter of children, the quiet rides across open fields. These glimpses remind us that Heartland is never about one story, but many stories woven into a single home. Season 18 promises not only to move these characters forward, but to ask them who they truly are when tested. Heartland has always been more than a ranch, more than horses, more than family dinners and long sunsets over the fields. It has been about what lies between the words, the spaces where love and struggle meet. Season 18, as teased in the trailer, carries those emotions like a hidden storm waiting to break. The themes this time do not shout themselves loudly, but they linger in the way Amy looks at a horse, or the way Jack's silence fills a room. The first theme that rises is resilience. The ranch has faced fire, storms, and personal heartbreak, and yet it still stands. This season, the challenge seems not to be an outside disaster, but the quiet battles within each character. Resilience here is not just surviving, but learning how to grow in the shadows of what cannot be changed. Amy represents this resilience most clearly. She is steady, yet the weight of her own journey grows heavier. The trailer suggests that her story will be about holding on to hope, even when that hope feels far away. Another theme is legacy. Jack's presence, though quieter, feels heavier this season. His every glance, every word reminds us that he is the root of Heartland. But roots do not last forever without care. The unspoken question in the trailer is simple yet haunting. Who will carry the weight of the ranch when Jack cannot? The family feels united, but the undertones of worry and silence suggest they all know change is coming. Legacy is not just about passing something on, but about ensuring it survives the storms ahead. Family conflict returns as another core theme. It's not as loud arguments, but as quiet cracks in the foundation. Lou's scenes show her torn between leadership and family, and Tim's shifting expressions reveal that his story will stir both comfort and tension. These conflicts are not enemies to love, but they test it. The trailer hints that this season will show how love survives when it is pressed hard by duty, ambition, and past mistakes. Heartland has never been about perfect families, but about families who stay together despite their flaws. The bond with horses is also a theme that continues to run through every scene. In the trailer, horses are not just animals, they are mirrors. When Amy calms a restless horse, it reflects her need to calm herself. When Jack touches the barn walls, it is as if the horses are listening to him, carrying his wisdom into the future. The animals in Heartland have always been silent characters, but this season the trailer makes them feel like guardians of the family's strength, reminders of freedom and symbols of healing. Finally, there is the theme of change. The trailer holds moments of laughter, warmth, and unity, but it quickly shifts into shadows of worry and silence. Change comes for everyone, whether they are ready or not. This season seems ready to ask its characters and its audience how to face change without losing what matters most. Will Amy step into a new role as both mother and leader? Will Jack accept that his time is passing? Will Lou and Tim find peace within themselves? The trailer does not answer these questions, but it makes sure we cannot stop thinking about them. A trailer always shows enough to spark excitement, but never enough to satisfy curiosity. And Season 18 of Heartland does exactly that. Every frame, leaves behind a trail of questions, and fans are already weaving their own theories about what could unfold. Some of these speculations are born from the smallest of details: a pause in Amy's eyes, the tone of Jack's voice, the way Lou's hand hovers over a stack of papers, yet they grow into ideas that may shape the entire season. One of the loudest whispers among fans is about Amy's future. The trailer shows her leading a young horse, her voice steady, her steps firm, but the look in her eyes suggests she is carrying more than the weight of her work. Could this season bring a new chapter in her personal life, perhaps a new relationship, or a fresh turning point as a mother? Some viewers believe Amy may finally open her heart to new beginnings, while others feel her journey. Jack's role also sparks speculation. His silence in the trailer feels louder than words. Fans fear the show may be preparing us for a storyline where Jack's health or age becomes an unavoidable challenge. Others, however, believe his quiet moments symbolize not decline, but transition, perhaps passing down more responsibility to Amy, Lou, or even Tim. Jack has always been the glue of Heartland, but what happens when the glue begins to crack? This possibility leaves the audience on edge, wondering if the season will test the family by forcing them to stand without his constant guidance. Lou's journey invites another set of theories. She is seen buried in work, her face caught between duty and exhaustion. Could her career in politics or business pull her away from the ranch once more? Or will she finally find a way to balance her ambition with her need to stay close to family? Some fans predict a major conflict where Lou is forced to choose between a big opportunity and the life she has built in Heartland. This theme of choosing one path while losing another has always defined her story. The trailer hints it may reach a breaking point in Season 18. Tim, as always, remains a character wrapped in unpredictability. His expressions shift from determination to anger within seconds, leaving fans to wonder if old mistakes will rise again. Could we see him face a health scare, or perhaps a personal relationship that tests his growth? His storyline has always balanced between redemption and relapse, and the trailer suggests the scale could tilt either way. This uncertainty makes him one of the most intriguing characters heading into the new season. And then there is Lindy, Amy's daughter, who is glimpsed only briefly but carries the promise of the future. Some believe Season 18 will shine more light on her growth, showing how she begins to carry forward the family's bond with horses. Others suggest her presence will be used to test Amy further, as a mother balancing love, work, and the demands of a growing child. Her role may be small in screen time, but enormous in emotional weight. Theories also spread beyond individual characters. Will the ranch itself face a new kind of threat, financial, environmental, or even emotional? Could we see new characters arrive to shake the foundation of the family, or old faces return with unfinished stories? The trailer drops just enough hints to make these possibilities real. Heartland has always been a place of healing, but healing only matters when there are wounds. Fans know those wounds will cut deep this season. The trailer closes with a quiet but powerful promise. Heartland Season 18 is coming soon on CBC for longtime fans. Those words are not just an announcement. They are an invitation to step once more into a world that has carried them through nearly 2 decades of storytelling. The release date becomes more than a number on the calendar. It is a countdown to another chapter in a family saga that has shaped countless evenings around living rooms and screens. What makes this release stand out is not only the continuation of a beloved series, but the way it ties generations of viewers together. Parents who watched Heartland in its early years now share the show with children who are discovering it fresh. Season 18 will not only deliver new stories, it will remind fans of the comfort and strength this series has always given. Knowing that the CBC is once again the home of Heartland adds a sense of tradition. For Canadian audiences, it feels like returning to a familiar hearth, while international fans wait eagerly for streaming updates that will carry the story across borders. The trailer, by ending with this confirmation, stirs a wave of anticipation. Fans begin circling the date, planning watch parties, sharing theories, and reliving past episodes. Every new season has been a reminder of why the series endures, because it never strays from its heart. Season 18's release is no different. It is not about flashy new beginnings, but about carrying forward the soul of the show while allowing each character to grow into uncharted territory. And now comes the call to action. If the trailer stirred your emotions, if it left you with questions you cannot shake, then the next step is simple. Mark the release on your calendar and prepare to join the millions of fans who will tune in to watch the Bartlett Fleming family face new challenges and embrace new joys. Share your own theories about Amy, Jack, Lou, and Tim. What do you think will change forever this season? What are you most excited to see? The comments section becomes its own gathering place, a digital ranch where fans meet, discuss, and celebrate their love for Heartland. Most importantly, stay connected. Subscribing ensures you will not miss updates, breakdowns, and detailed recaps as each episode unfolds. The story of Heartland has always been about community, family by blood, and family by choice, and this space is no different. Together, fans can experience the highs and lows of Season 18, riding alongside the characters as if the ranch were their own. The release date is not just the start of a new season, it is the spark of another shared journey. The trailer is not only a glimpse of what is coming, it is a map filled with shadows. Season 18 of Heartland leaves enough space between those shadows for us to imagine the stories waiting to unfold. What feels certain is that this season is less about sudden shocks and more about deep shifts, turning points that will change the Bartlett Fleming family forever. One possible arc lies in Amy's path. For years, she has been the healer of horses, the quiet strength that ties the ranch to its roots. Yet the trailer shows her in moments that suggest more than work. Her stillness feels heavier, her silence is sharper. This could mark the beginning of a season where Amy is no longer just the one who helps others heal, but the one who must find healing herself. The question is not whether she can manage the ranch or care for Lindy, it is whether she can carry both without losing her own sense of self. Jack's story feels destined for depth and reflection. The trailer does not give us many words from him, but the absence of speech is what makes it striking. Fans know silence in Heartland is never empty. It is filled with unspoken truths. Jack's presence this season may revolve around legacy, what he will leave behind, and how he will prepare his family to walk forward without leaning on him for every answer. This is not to say his journey ends, but rather that the arc ahead may shift him from being the steady guide to becoming the teacher of final lessons. Lou's arc holds the promise of conflict and growth. Her scattered papers, her weary yet determined face suggests decisions that cannot be delayed. Will she chase ambition, risking distance from her family, or will she anchor herself in Heartland once more? The tension in her story has always been about balance, and the trailer hints that the scales may tip further than ever before. Her choices could ripple across the ranch, forcing others to respond. Tim's path is perhaps the most unpredictable. His sudden flashes of anger, followed by moments of quiet reflection, feel like warnings of a storm inside him. Will he wrestle again with old mistakes, or finally break through them for good? His future arc may reveal the price of redemption, whether it can truly be one, or whether it slips away the moment pride takes over. And then, hidden among the larger stories are the threads of new beginnings. The laughter of children, the playful energy of Lindy, and the fleeting images of horses running free all suggest that while this season may test the family, it will also plant seeds for tomorrow. Heartland has always balanced joy and sorrow, loss and renewal. Season 18 feels ready to deepen that balance, showing us that even when storms pass, the sky can open to new light. The emotional setup of the trailer is clear. Every character is standing at a crossroads. Some paths may lead to healing, others to heartbreak. What makes Heartland timeless is that it never forces its characters into easy answers. Instead, it lets them stumble, rise, and find their way as we watch. Season 18 looks set to honor that tradition, giving us arcs that feel both unpredictable and painfully true. Season 18 of Heartland is not just another chapter. It feels like a bridge between what has been and what is yet to come. The trailer, without saying too much, reminds us that the ranch is more than land and fences. It is a place where people face their greatest trials and find their deepest strength. Every shot carries echoes of the past season's laughter, tears, the sound of hooves on the ground, and yet each moment also points toward a future that may look very different from what we know. What lingers most after watching the trailer is the emotion. The wide skies over the ranch feel endless, but beneath them, the Bartlett Fleming family is standing at turning points. Amy's quiet resilience, Jack's steady wisdom, Lou's struggle for balance, and Tim's restless fight all blend into a story that is both familiar and new. These characters have grown with the audience for years, and now, in season 18, it feels like their journeys are reaching places that will test everything they believe about family, love, and responsibility. Heartland has always been a series that mirrors real-life fit, does not give easy victories, nor does it avoid heartbreak. It shows that family is not perfect, but it is worth holding on to. This season, more than ever, promises to capture that truth. We may see joy, we may face loss, but in every frame, we will find the reminder that resilience comes from togetherness. For longtime fans, this is a chance to relive the comfort of returning home to the ranch. For new viewers, it is an invitation to step into a world where the simplest moments,